Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again. We just saw episode 4 of WandaVision, so of course it is now time for episode 4 of WHO DAT DEVIL, where we try and figure out what characters or what mysterious shadowy people in WandaVision are secretly Mephisto, the devil in disguise, because we're all theorizing that he is the big bad controlling everything and puppeteering everything going on in this series. And of course, if you haven't already, you gotta go check out the first 2/3 episodes of Who Dat Devil, so you know all the theories and stuff. And then also, of course, I'd really appreciate if you'd go check out my episode reviews and breakdowns for episodes 1 through 4 of WandaVision for all my thoughts and theories and all that good stuff on these episodes of WandaVision. But now that we got all that stuff out of the way, let's get into the juicy stuff, because while there wasn't really any huge Mephisto hints or teases here in this episode, I do have 3 big theories based off this episode of Mephisto's involvement. The first of which being, of course, this episode was all about S.W.O.R.D. And one of the main characters here in this episode that actually isn't even a S.W.O.R.D. agent is good old Jimmy Woo, because he's working with the FBI and he has a missing person that was in federal witness protection that all of a sudden went missing. So, what if this character is actually Mephisto, or at least Mephisto in disguise? Because maybe this character, they was supposed to meet up with Jimmy Woo in Westview, but really that was just to lure everybody to Westview, and then Mephisto did his thing and everything happened and Wanda went crazy, and you know how it happens. So that one I'm a little less confident in, but then again, who knows? Like maybe Ralph, Agnes's mysterious husband, who is my number one choice to actually be Mephisto, maybe Ralph is this missing person. So that is something totally possible there as well. Then on to number 2 for my theories of Mephisto's involvement in WandaVision. When Monica Rambeau gets back to S.W.O.R.D. and we first get introduced to S.W.O.R.D., one of the first characters we meet is S.W.O.R.D. director, Tyler Hayward, and he is just acting director. So basically, he's not the main person in charge, at least not he's not supposed to be. Basically, I'm pretty sure Monica was the one in charge, but then obviously she blipped and snapped and all that good stuff. So basically, he's in charge for now. But this guy is just so suspicious. Like, he just seems like a bad guy. He seems like he's hiding stuff, and he has a motive. He seems like the kind of guy that, like, whenever you're watching a show or a movie and you're trying to figure out like who the murderer is and everything, this guy fits all those motives, because Tyler Hayward, he got Monica's job as director of S.W.O.R.D. after she blipped away. So he has a reason for not liking her. And in this episode, as soon as she got back, he automatically sent her off to go meet up with Jimmy Woo into this dangerous situation where he knew she probably wouldn't make it out. And she did disappear and gets stuck in the sitcom world. So maybe he is Mephisto and this was his whole big plan, possibly. Maybe. I don't know. Again, all this is just kind of theories, going into this show, and really just with this show every episode, we basically have to be full-on conspiracy theorists, breaking down every little detail and every little possibility. So even though a lot of this stuff, it doesn't really make sense and it is kind of a stretch for most of this stuff, we still got to analyze it and think about it. I'm just kind of getting my ideas out here. And then we get to theory number 3. Because in this episode, we saw that, of course, S.W.O.R.D. was able to watch WandaVision, basically, on the old TVs. But there was censorship. Because, first of all, in that first part where Jimmy was trying to contact Wanda through the radio, obviously we know that he was successful with that. But when Darcy was actually watching that in the episode, that part cut out and it kind of just blipped forward to Dottie, like, getting mad and walking away and everything. And then we saw that again later when Monica, or I should say Geraldine, brought up Ultron, and that was when Wanda went crazy and everything. All of a sudden, it just staticked out, and it just started off with the credits. And Sword wasn't able to see any of that. And they clearly said, like, oh, are they censoring this? Like, is the broadcast being censored? And I think it is. But who is the one censoring this? Well, Mephisto. I mean, who else would be doing it? I mean, it could be Agnes, but she's on the inside there. And, this whole time we've been theorizing about characters inside of this sitcom reality possibly being Mephisto. But wouldn't it make sense if it was somebody on the outside controlling everything from out there with what goes on inside, with having the ability to censor the broadcast and, just control everything? It would make a lot of sense if that ended up being how this turns out. And yeah, so that's basically my theories for Mephisto's involvement in WandaVision for episode 4. Hopefully in the next couple episodes we'll get more teases and hints and all that good stuff when it comes to Marvel's Devil. But guys, of course, let me know down in the comments below all your theories on Mephisto's involvement here. What characters do you think are secretly Dat Devil? Because, Mephisto might not even be in this, but hopefully he is, because all the signs point to it. So we'll see what happens. But for now, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.
You have